and salutations, everybody. Welcome to the Audioprism Show. I am Vanessa Hundley, your auditory muse. I am also known as DJ Audioprism. Welcome to my very, very first show of the Audioprism Show. A little bit about me. I've been a DJ and a VJ, which is a video jockey for those of you who don't know, in the Atlanta area for about 14 years. And this show is my next. I've been doing karaoke also for the last 5 years. I forgot to mention that, but that's kind of a huge part of what I do now, on top of all my other great projects. And this show is a show where you can tune in for news about music that is not in the mainstream and get to know some of the amazing performers that I've met along the way, new performers I hope to meet as the show develops, and also to get to know people that are part of the support industry for entertainment, which are the accountants, the social media experts, the people that keep us organized and up to date and running forward with our goals and dreams and visions. Today I am lucky to have two great guests. I have comedian Jessica It's All Good Williams and RTL digital media owner Amy Tippins. They are both here to share their experiences in and around entertainment and talk about a little bit about how they incorporate music, of course, because music is a huge thing, and also to share their information and experiences from along the way. First, we're going to start with some tunes. I'm going to start with a section I like to call Off the Charts. As a DJ, I listen to hundreds of new songs every week. I literally download large batches of songs off my DJ services, and then as a DJ, our goal is to dig through those and find the ones, obviously the ones that are popular and on the charts, but also all the stuff we play in between. I would like to start with a newer artist. His name is Leon Bridges. I was initially given his song to listen to by a person very close to me, and I just loved his style, so I wanted to find out more about him. He was born in 1989, and just last year was washing dishes and working in coffee houses. And let's see, he was in Fort Worth, Texas. He won over the South by Southwest Festival earlier this year. He has been likened to Sam Cooke and Otis Redding. His first CD that came out earlier this year was called Comin' Home. The song Comin' Home off that album charted at number 3 and on the Billboard Hot 200. But this song is the first one that I heard by him, and it's called Smooth Sailing. And again, this is by Leon Bridges.
Now she headed east down the boulevard, Duval. Sure, said I like the way, you sail your ship now, let me be your cargo. I won't weigh you down, no honey, I won't weigh you down. Her destination, but I got a feeling I need to be her passenger. She could let me be your passenger.
All right, I am back, and I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Sorry, I keep kind of talking to my little monitor down here, but I'm going to get much better about this part, I guarantee you that. So again, that's Leon Bridges. He is on Columbia Records, and that's off his album Comin' Home. If you like it, go find him. All the artists I talk about are generally have some kind of social media presence and even their own websites. Our next song is on a completely different track. This is a group called Rudimental. The particular track I'm going to play features Ella Eyre and is called Waiting All Night. Rudimental you may be familiar with if you really love the club sound, but they haven't really made a very large name in the American music industry, but they have torn up the charts and garnered all kinds of nominations and awards across Europe. Let's see, they have worked with popular artists including John Newman, Emily Sandé, and Foxes. They have a writing credit on Ed Sheeran's song Bloodstream, And one of their newest singles, and I promise you are going to hear this one on the radio, is called Lay It On Me, and that features Ed Sheeran's vocal talents. Their style includes drum and bass, liquid funk, jungle, breakbeat, and soul. This is one of my favorites that I am going to line up here right now. Let me skip ahead a little bit. We have a movie intro. But here is Waiting All Night with Rudimental featuring Ella Eyre.
I've been waiting all night for you to, tell me what you want, yeah. I've been waiting all night for you to tell me what you want. Tell me that you need me. I've been waiting all night for you to, tell me what you want, yeah. Want, yeah, want, yeah, want, yeah, want, yeah, want, 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 want. I've been waiting all night for you to tell me that you need me, tell me that you want me. I've been waiting all night for you to tell me that you need me, tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me, tell me that you want me, tell me that you need me. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me that you want me.
And I hope you guys enjoyed that too. It was one of the first tracks I heard from them as well. It definitely caught my attention. And, it gives you a little bit of a view of how much music I like and listen to, because you should listen to lots of music all the time and constantly expand your horizons. I firmly believe that. All right, guys, so I also, in that same vein, love my classics, and I want to spend a little bit of time focusing on some classics. The first one here, yeah, let's do the intro properly. It's time for some musical resurrection. All right, the first song I'd like to talk about is by a group called The Zombies. This song is called Time of the Season. It is a great song to me for this time of the year because it just feels like fall, all the way from the sultry beat to the vocals. And the history of it's actually really kind of interesting. It was recorded in August of 1967 at Abbey Road Studios. Sound familiar? Anybody? Yes. It was featured on their 1968 album Odyssey and Oracle. And I'm not mispronouncing that. It actually is Odyssey, not Odyssey. It was not initially pushed as a single by the label, which was again Columbia, so kudos to Columbia for some good taste. But it actually made its breakthrough in early 1969, but that was over a year after the band split. It reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100, and we have been loving on this song ever since. So here is some Time of the Season by The Zombies.
It's the time of the season when love runs high. In this time, give it to me easy and let me try with pleasured hands to take you in the sun to promised lands, to show you everyone. It's the time of the season for loving.
All right, guys. So the next one is a classic, but not the kind of classic you might normally think of. However, it made its debut in 1992 on an episode of Saturday Night Live's Weekend Update. This is, of course, the Thanksgiving song by Adam Sandler. While you might want to find the radio cut of it to play if you're at any kind of family function, because it does have, just one or two lyrics that might be a little, Adam Sandler-ish. It is a lot of fun. It appeared on his 1993 album, They're All Gonna Laugh at You. And we're going to play some of that right now.
They want to hear the Thanksgiving song. All right. This is This is a Thanksgiving song. I hope you enjoy it. Love to eat turkey. Love to eat turkey. Oh, I love you. Love to eat turkey, 'cause it's good. Love to eat turkey like a good boy should, 'cause it's turkey to eat. So good. That clapping's messing my head up, man. I appreciate it, but I was trying to think of the next line. I'm like, all I hear is clapping.
Adam Sandler, of course, comedy all the way around. And I promise you, the rest of the song just keeps getting a little more funky and a little more funny, but, you know, it's hard to beat as far as a Thanksgiving song goes, so happy Thanksgiving, guys. All right, the right music, of course, is important to any occasion, and you can find yourself in a lot of different situations as a DJ where you're just reaching from all different kinds of genres and aspects. A wedding I recently did was a Korean and Spanish wedding, so I learned a lot about Korean pop in a very short amount of time, but you know what? It's an excellent form of music as well, and there's some amazingly catchy tunes. If you haven't checked out any Korean pop besides Gangnam Style, it's a really good time to do so. One type of event I do during the warmer months is sporting events, and sporting events are a really great way for people to raise money for a variety of things or to raise awareness for a variety of causes. And I wanted to take time each episode to be able to acknowledge nonprofits in general, and a few weeks ago I had the opportunity to DJ a race for an organization called the Pebble Tossers. Now, the Pebble Tossers organization is a group that goes out and they find family-friendly nonprofit work for all ages. So if you really want to help volunteer and give back to your community, but you're really not sure how to, this is a sort of a one-stop shop to get you started. And even if you don't find something on their site, they are very well connected with a lot of the other nonprofits in the area, and they would love to have any kind of assistance or interest that you care to show them. Here's a quick 2-minute video by the Pebble Tossers, so you can see just a little example of, you know, some of the people that are involved with it. This was their first annual 5K, and first means there's going to be a second. So one thing I'd love for you to do is connect with them and keep an eye out for it, and maybe you too could be part of the 5K next year.
Today we had a great event with Pebble Tossers. It was our first annual 5K and 1 mile fun run. Pebble Tossers is an organization that helps families get their kids involved with charity.
It's about bringing people together, like-minded individuals who share that same common goal. That's what I think about every time I develop curriculum for students, and I feed off the passion that these kids have and the excitement that they have to get involved within the community.
I like Pebble Tossers because we help the environment and our community grow. I like to see it make an impact.
Knowing where it's taking Grayson, it gives me a great deal of joy. Knowing where Grayson is going, knowing what he's seeing, knowing what he's being exposed to, knowing what's actually going to happen for our future generation.
The thing that gives me the most joy about Pebble Tossers is watching my children participate and give, and learning what charity is really all about.
I think volunteering is important because if you want to see your community have a healthy environment, then you need to work for it and work to see what it does to the community.
Today's win was all the people that came out here that were so excited. They went out and ran their race. They came back very excited. They got to enjoy the expo. They got their t-shirt. They got medals. There was raffles. There was so much excitement here for individuals. To me, that's a win.
Volunteering definitely is a marathon because it's a lifelong commitment. It makes it so that someone Grayson's age is able to pace themselves to know that this is not something that they're doing for now. This is something that they need to choose where they're going to actually make a lifelong commitment.
All the volunteers make a very big impact, and I believe that if we work much harder, then everything will just be super perfect.
Well, I hope you check them out, guys, and find your own way to start your own ripple of giving, because the more you give, the more you get. I've seen it work. Now it is time to bring on my first guest, comedian and upcoming DJ, KJ, Miss Jessica It's All Good Williams. Most excellent. Hi, Jessica. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Vanessa.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to meet Jessica It's All Good Williams. She is a self-professed, supermodel princess clown. I love that description. I had to borrow that. She has graced stages across the country at colleges, special events, fundraisers, and comedy rooms. And she is here to share a bit of her experience and what she has in store for us in the future.
Can I ask you a very ignorant question?
Yes.
That's the camera, right?
That's the camera.
Okay, yeah, everything.
It's really
so
hard
small.
not to, I know.
I'm like, what am I looking at? Because I've been looking for it like this whole time. I just
yes.
want you to know.
I've been talking to air.
Wow, yeah, I was like, wait, so this is, yeah.
Well, that's a second camera, but
Wait,
they save that
there's
for
two?
the blue shots. Or, well, it's a mount for a second camera.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but you want to look at this.
Thank you.
Because that's the actual camera. So she's going to smize for a minute. All right, I read in your bio that you started as a comedic motivational speaker in college. How did you get started with that?
Well, I actually have a theater history, like a background in theater, not history. Hated history for a very long time. Scratch that. I love theater. Actually got my degree in theater. And a lot of people who knew me, they just would often ask me to speak to kids or speak to someone in the area. My mom's a teacher, for example. So it really just became a collection of different people asking me to do different things. I was very involved with leadership in college. So I
can see that. I can completely see that.
It's the blazer, isn't it?
You should see the way she whips her stuff around.
Whoa!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that on camera.
Whoa! I snapped in an agreement. That was not what was supposed. What was the question? Oh gosh! No. Leadership with kindness and generosity, because that's what makes a good leader, sort of. So yeah, but with that kind of background, a lot of people just asked me to do things, and one thing I noticed is every time I did it, they were laughing. The kids were laughing. The people I was speaking with, they all enjoyed it. And my first college had me come back in 2011. I've got an associate's and a bachelor's, not a bachelor's and a master's. Yeah, very educated.
She's educated.
Like right there. So
and still laughs.
My first school had me come and speak to their students for this special event they were having, and basically they wanted to know about me chasing my dreams in this entertainment world. And by the end of the event, everyone came up saying we felt like we were listening to a professional comedian. And I was like, why not?
Let's try it.
And so that day I decided I was going to be a comedian.
Well, how did that help your experience as the safety girl for the new Atlanta streetcar system?
I didn't even know what the thing was until I was told about it. My manager, who was one of the best people I could have met on this journey, had gotten involved with some people at the city of Atlanta, set up the coolest audition process for me. Like, I don't do things like everyone else. I'm all about doing it in my own way, which is sometimes very complicated.
Bucking the trend. That's very much me too.
But she had me meet with City Hall, certain people from City Hall, and it's so funny when you're meeting with like real job people in government. That was great. So we got together. I got to write the script, and it was one of the best things that could have happened. Obviously, when you're in entertainment, anyone who pays you the most money has even more of your heart in some cases. So the city of Atlanta,
we can be bought.
We just like to eat, keep your lights on.
Yes.
So the city of Atlanta changed my life during that event. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Now every time I see a streetcar, I like freak out.
Well, I know you really focus on keeping your shows clean because you like to work in a lot of different, very professional or family-oriented settings, or even just people that just don't necessarily like everything with beep, 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 beep. So what are some of your favorite songs to incorporate into your comedy routines?
Most of my music is older music. I've always had somewhat of an old soul, and growing up we weren't allowed to listen to non-Christian music. But we could watch like the movies on people's lives. So that caused me to fall in love with this really cool genre of music at a young age. And that song by Charles Wright, Express Yourself, 1970. That song I heard in
I have to look up that year.
we won't tell
we won't tell anybody.
The song was in a soap commercial when I was a kid, and I was a kid who got picked on so much, so when I heard this song I was like, yeah, express yourself, this is deep. So whenever I did one of my own shows nowadays, because this has been the theme song of my life, I mean, it's popped up all over my life since childhood, I would play that as I'm entering stage. You know I'm coming when you hear Express Yourself.
Excellent.
I have had a few younger audiences, so to try to keep the old school feel, I might play Uptown Funk, or to try to sound more cool and edgy. And I have one joke where I actually incorporate music now. Only people who've been to some of the more recent shows have heard this one because it is new. But I'm jealous of nursing
You heard
home.
it here first.
Unless she was at the show and then you hear it a second time.
Okay, second.
Well, it depends.
Yeah.
But it's a joke about my jealousy towards nursing home people. When I get like 176 and I'm thinking I won't have it like the ones who can listen to Stevie Wonder and all that, so I might sing some old music and then I'll pretend I'm in the nursing home with a walker singing Get Low. I'm trying to like, get low, baby. So that's kind of how I use music. I want to do more stuff because I have a lot of things going on up here, but it's just a matter of timing and figuring out with DJs and things like that.
Excellent.
DJs.
And she is an upcoming DJ and KJ too. But we are going to go ahead and talk real quick about what your public performances are in the upcoming weeks.
All right. If you're not doing anything on November 14th, I have a show at Cosmopolitan Restaurants in Marietta, right off of Delk Road.
Right off of Delk Road.
Doors open at 6:30 in case you want to eat and chill, and then the show starts at 8:30.
Excellent. Perfect. All right, guys, we are now going to take a really quick break, and then I'm going to bring in my second guest, Miss Amy Tippins of RTL Digital Media.
Freebird! Hey man, do you take requests?
Sure, what do you want to hear?
Not this. Hey, do you play shots?
Sure, man. No.
I don't care. I love it.
All right, guys, my next guest, this is Amy Tippins. She is the founder of RTL Digital Media. RTL is a data-driven, I'm going to say this right, marketing company that services small businesses all over the world. Their services include digital advertising and conversion optimization, marketing platform development, and a lot more things with really, really long names that us artists are like, what? So, Miss Amy, this is part of our support system. This is somebody you need to know as you develop your career. All right, so first, let's go back a bit. Before you got into the digital media field, you're a model and also a speaker for the Georgia Transplant Foundation.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell us about the early experiences and how you developed your branding along the way.
Well, when I met you, I actually had a clothing line that I took it to 9 different countries. And prior to that, my history was really in the financial services industry, but I wanted to take it to a different level, my life to a different level, and really give back. So I took my transplant experience and combined it with what my personal message is, which is all about people really embracing who they are. And I created my line. And so through my line, I really learned how to create things from a marketing perspective and take it on to a much broader level. For business. And so through that, I actually got a lot of people who started contacting me, asking me to help them with their brands. One thing led to another. And I started RTL, which is, kind of now my day-to-day. My clothing line is going to be coming back out at some point in the future. Not having a clothing history. I'm kind of learning some things about that world as well.
Yeah, a lot of us piecemeal this together, which is why some of these industry people that you're going to learn about over the course of the show are really important, because I tried to control everything in the beginning, and so I'm still getting a little caught up on things. So what inspired you to concentrate more on being behind the scenes and versus... You were doing a lot more public stuff last year, and now it seems like you're more on the production side of it. Is that just because you want to help other people more, avoid the piecemealing that we've gone through? Or
Yeah, I wanted to help other people really, share their own personal stories, their own personal message, and so I started to realize that, that was more important, to help people really get out what they're trying to share with the world, and I had gotten so good at it that I wanted to just take that and pay it forward. So,
so what are some of the different types of packages or campaigns, just real lightly? Like if I were to walk in tomorrow and say, okay, so I'm actually starting my voiceover career as well. There's plenty of things, but that's totally for a separate thing. So I've actually gone to Amy and said, I need to do this in a much better way this time than spending, 5 or 6 or 7 years, reading instruction manuals and everything else. So she is helping me with, I believe that is the marketing platform development.
Platform and the social media aspect
and
of
the social media, which is really overwhelming. And you guys know it is. You got 12 apps on your phone that you're trying to keep updated at all times. And
yeah, I mean, it really it depends on each and every individual client that comes to us. And we have some clients that we really, we kind of look at it, number one, from a platform development, which is you have to have your brand and your identity, your website in place before you go anywhere else. So we usually start and make sure that that's in place. And then we look at, okay, what's your overall goal? What's your purpose? And then how do we take it from there? So some of our clients have, do advertising. Some they have a great website, but it's just not converting. So we actually do a user experience-based thing. So, to really sit there and say what a package is, it's really hard because it's
custom tailored.
It's custom tailored, yes.
There we go. All right, so you have exciting life changes on top of all the business stuff. What do you have going on?
I'm getting married.
Yay!
In April. So, yes, I'm getting married, and then we're going to become foster parents. Yes, this is DJ in their reception.
Yes.
So, we're going to become foster parents.
Yay! Congratulations. I know it's been such a journey, like so many other things. All right, guys, I'm going to do a couple of quick announcements because we're about time to wrap up the show, and then we're going to bring Miss Jessica back on to say goodbye. But before that, I want to announce 2 events that are coming up. Kate's Club is another nonprofit organization I've been involved with over the last couple years. It is a support group for children that have lost a parent or a sibling. Their memory walk is at Piedmont Park on November 15th from 10:30 to 3. If you want to find out more about that, go to www.katesclub.org. Also, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite events of the year is coming up on December 19th, and that is the Atlanta 200's U.S. Marine Corps Toys for Tots Jingle Mingle, which is about 3,000 of Atlanta's everybody getting together to support an amazing cause. Some marker calendars for December 19th. And we are going to put some quick flyers up while we bring Miss Jessica back on so we can say our goodbyes. All right, guys, a huge thank you going out to, of course, Natalia Hundley for her video production efforts, JJ Chase and Jordan Zafuto for hamming it up and having some fun on the Don't Be That Person. We've got Al Burrows here helping me keep this whole little live shindig going. Of course, my amazing guest, Amy Tippins, and Jessica, it's all good Williams. You can find them all over the place, so please, please go look them up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me today, and if you're watching this at a future date and time on YouTube, make sure you go to the description below and you can find all links to, pretty much everything you've heard or seen on the show. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.
Have a great week.